Everywhere you see feminist agenda movies, which are almost invariably shit, what they tend to do is, because no one really gives a fuck about feminist movies, people go to watch movies to be entertained, what they invariably do is just steal things from men. And it's just a perfect metaphor for feminism. Women don't want to do the work, or feminists don't want to do the work. They just want all the shit men have. They want all the stuff. They want to have Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos' money without actually doing the work. Terminator Dark Fate is a perfect example of this. Arnie is barely in it, and Terminator's always been about Arnie. This is why no one watched the film, because Arnie's not in it, and he's also like 100 years old. The poster is 3 women, including a woman of sort of colour. It's a Mexican chick. 3 women in an action film firing rocket launchers and blowing shit up. Who almost never fires rocket launchers? Women. This is a masculine thing. Being a soldier, being a mercenary, getting involved in violent conflicts. This is something men prefer to do. Men do more, and men are better at because they're far stronger and more interested in it. So you have 3 women. All right, one of them is supposed to be a robot. So you've got an elderly woman firing rocket launchers in this film. It's just fucking ridiculous. Getting in fights with men who would just... I mean, they wouldn't want to hit because she's an old woman. Give her a little tap, she'd be knocked out. Her brittle bones would just be... She isn't a warrior. She's not a soldier. She's not firing. If she actually had to fire a rocket launcher, she'd probably just get knocked over. It's fucking ludicrous. But that's not even the main point here. The main point in most of these ludicrous, extreme leftist, extreme toxic feminist narratives is that the women just steal everything that men have made because they can't make their own shit. This elderly woman, Sarah Connor, who was good in the early first 2 films because she was feminine, but then she had to learn to fight. But she still remained feminine. She blows she blows up some dudes, obviously, and then says, "I'll be back," in a deadpan. You're not Arnie, love. You never will be. You're just stealing shit. The whole plot lines have been stolen from men, and they've just gender swapped. There's nothing feminine about any of these characters. These characters are all masculine. They're men. They're male characters. And they've just turned them into women. Because as we know, gender is a social construct. Forget all that science and anatomical differences and testosterone differences, brain chemistry differences. Given a free choice, men are more interested in things, women are more interested in people. The overwhelming scientific evidence that men and women are innately different on average. That's not to say it's all nature. There are some nurture differences that affect people. Some women are a bit more masculine, some men are a bit more feminine. But there's overwhelming differences on average. Men and women are very different. What they've done is they've created a movie here which should have 3 men in it, and they've replaced them with 3 women. It doesn't ring true. It's fucking stupid. And you see this everywhere all the time with race swapping and gender swapping. It's ridiculous. To find 3 women anywhere on earth who would be capable of or interested in doing these things is almost zero, because women don't go around shooting guns. Women have no interest in guns, by and large. It's very unusual. Women are weak, far weaker than men. This is an agenda-based film. It's got nothing to do with entertainment. It's got nothing to do with it being plausible within the universe it's in. It's got nothing to do with reality. It's social. It's yet more social engineering everywhere throughout society. The extreme toxic left, who now run Facebook, Google, Apple, etc. The extreme toxic left are trying to socially engineer you. They're trying to say, look at women. They're tough. They can fight. They can shoot guns. And then you see, a video outside a nightclub in the US at 2 a.m. or something with a woman repeatedly punching a man. Nothing happens. As soon as he does one punch back, she's knocked out. and he's public enemy number one. Hold on, I thought women were strong. I thought women were tough. They're tough until a man hits a woman in real life, not in a movie. In real life, because in a movie, any time a man and a woman fight, the woman's going to win clearly, and just disgrace and emasculate the man. In real life, if a man actually fights back, he's going to destroy the woman. And then he's public enemy number one. This is a problem with domestic violence, because a third of domestic violence is women against men. The man can never fight back. If he dares defend himself, he'll get arrested and put in jail. If she breaks a nail, he's fucked. She couldn't hit him over the head with a saucepan, cut his dick off, and the public finds it hilarious. Again, this is the matriarchy we live in that pretends it's a patriarchy, and so many people buy it. Well, it's time to start waking up. So this is what you see in bullshit propagandist feminist movies like Terminator Dark Fate. Gender swapping characters, women taking men's shit. It's such a perfect metaphor for what feminism does. Feminists are not saying, yeah, men have worked hard to create the modern world. Thank you to men. We're now going to work hard and we're going to compete with these men. Feminists never fucking say that. What feminists say is, men have only succeeded because of sexism. No, we're going to reverse the sexism and take their shit. Good luck with that, ladies. As soon as anything breaks, as soon as you need any actual work done, you're going to be calling the plumber out or the builder out, aren't you? Or the coder out, because very few women code. I've possibly met one female coder that in my life, excluding 2 or 3 transsexuals that I've met. Most female coders in my experience, and there's very few, seem to be transsexual. Don't know what that's all about. It's a thing. But yeah, feminists don't want to do the work. They just want to steal men's shit.